Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the January 29th, 2012 market and trade updates. Today, I would like to start by taking a look at the things we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. Let's start by taking a look at the yearly chart on the Russell 2000. As I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, I was expecting a move to 785, and then I was expecting a reversal. And if you've been following, you've probably known last week I was concerned about how the Nasdaq and the Dow were acting in relation to the Russell. If you remember last week, we were down in here, and I said that the Dow's going to want to try and find this resistance level, and it did. At the same time, Nasdaq was deep into its resistance level, and I was saying, well, if Nasdaq breaks out this week, then we'll be looking for a continued up move in the markets. Well, Nasdaq did break out, therefore Russell decided to push up over 785, and as far as the SPX, that briefly broke out, but its weekly bar closed under its resistance line. So what does that mean going forward? Well, let's just take a quick look at the weekly charts, because that tends to take away a lot of the noise that we see in the dailies. So if we take a look at the SPX, the weekly has come up into our resistance line as expected. From here, I would expect this to roll over, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, come down and make a bit of a retracement. Now, because the NDX has clearly broken out at this point, I'd expect that to come down and do a retest. If you take a look, it's been up 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row. It's certainly due for a bit of a retest. So if that were to happen, Nasdaq would come down probably to the 24.15 level or so, and then continue upwards because, like I said, it's broken up. Old resistance should act as new support and continue up. And you know, because of where the Dow is, we've come here. I would be expecting on the Dow that we see as you can see, it's definitely overextended. We're at resistance. We're probably going to see a pullback down somewhere into at least the 12.5 area, possibly the 12.4, and then for it to continue up and possibly go higher. If this holds true, SPX is going to be reaching for old highs. NDX just will continue higher. And the Dow, if we go to a 5-year chart, we'll probably just come up into what, 13.2 or so. So that's what we're expecting. Is a bit of a pullback probably this week, and then for the indices to continue a little bit higher. I would only expect to go higher to a maximum of around this point. At that point, we'd be looking at a significant retracement probably coming into the markets. So what does that mean for the Russell? Oh, and the reason another reason why I think we're going higher as well is if you do a little bit of technical analysis on the VIX. The VIX support level's down here at 15. You know, sometimes this runs inverse to the market. Sometimes this helps us determine where tops come. And as you can see, the market's been turning here at this level, at this level, this level, this level. It looks like it could go maybe a little bit further. Same thing with the volatility index on the Nasdaq. Looks like it still has some more dropping in to come. And on the Russell, we got the same thing. Looks like, you know, we're going to want to come down to the 20 level. So since these look like they want to come down further, that means more up movement for the market, or at least it's evidence that we may get some more up movement. Again, we're on a daily level, we're still oversold, overbought. Coming back to here, if that's the case, Russell's probably coming into the 820 area before it rolls over. I don't, or I wouldn't expect it to go to new highs, depending on timing though, because as time goes by, the timing of the indices are going to be different. It could push higher. I'm thinking maybe another 20 points or so would be it for now. Well, and we'll see how that goes. So again, for RUT, probably a retest down here to 760 to 780 to 775 to 760, and continued up move to 720. And let's take a look at our trades. First, we'll take a look at our February M3 trade. This trade is down slightly, $15. You could really call it almost break even. I am concerned with low Vega out here, this far away from the 10th, this close to expiration. I am giving this a little bit of time, maybe 1 or 2 more days. I'd like to see the retracement and how far back it goes before I make a decision here. However, should the market continue and start closing over 800, I am going to have to roll these up. So what I'll do is I'll come in here. I'll bring these, depending on how the market, how fast and how high the market goes, I will bring these 730s up to 750 or 760. If the market just kind of hangs here, I will probably do one more vertical spread just to help control my Vega a little bit, buy me a little bit more time. But like I said, later in the week, this will definitely be rolled if we don't come down. Even if we do come down, I'd consider rolling it anyway because, like I said, we're a little bit bullish on the markets. As of right now, I still have not entered the March method 3, mainly because I'm probably going to be overcapitalized in this if I roll it, and until I get my capital back down again, I don't want to enter my other trade. As far as the other February trade, we have kind of 3 of them we're monitoring. We have one live one, which we can kind of go over first. And this would be the Bearish Butterfly that is live, and this has been modified because I haven't been watching the market a whole lot. I was very bullish, didn't like the market movement, so I took precautions or some advanced moves to cut my delta down, so I basically at this point cannot hit my maximum loss on the upside. Gives me some time, shaves off losses, gives me some time for the market to come back. Should the market continue up, I will shift this position up a little bit. But as of right now, I like the positioning here. Even if we blow off into 810 or maybe even 820, I may hold it. See if I can catch it in the retracement before expiration. I think we have 18 more days, so it could be a whole different story by then. All right. Now, we'll just quickly go over how the trades would be doing if we were by the guidelines on the Bearish Butterfly. This is the one that went exactly by the guidelines. The position is down about $1,500. We have a maximum loss of $3,000, which if we get a hard up move tomorrow, we're going to probably hit and be knocked out of this. Looks very good to the downside. I do have an adjustment point at 800. If that's caught early enough, this butterfly here will be rolled up to 820. And from there, that'll give me a little bit more range to the upside. However, if that does occur, the Russell will have to stay between 780 and 820, at least for 5 or 6 days, for us to get back enough money in order to stay in the trade. Otherwise, we're going to get knocked out. So, if at all possible, I would rather avoid rolling this 760 to 820. However, if later in the day it is up over 800, it's going to trigger that, and I'm going to go ahead and do that because we're doing this by the guidelines. In a similar fashion, we are now in the exact same position with the 55-day I did with the early delta roll, but because I did that roll just a touch early, I'm better off, quite a bit better off in this position. This position could hold till about 8:15. Again, we have that roll at 800. If I get good execution and so forth at 800, I'm kind of in the same situation where I have to stay between 780 and 820 if that roll does occur. But I have a little bit more flexibility because I'm not down quite so much money. All right, that's that trade. And last but not least is the March Bearish Butterfly. That's right here, which has a reference point of 760 and add point of 800, which we have not yet reached. It's it's down 319, which is perfectly fine and completely normal at this stage. I'm hoping for this trade, not for the other ones, but I'm hoping for this trade that we do pop above 800, and I can add in that 780. All right, that's all the positions, and that is the market update. Just a couple more announcements. I did a trader interview with traderinterviews.com, and I will be posting that link shortly to the website so that you can take a look at that. And also, the Bearish Butterfly program is going well, and if you're interested in that, click on the link that will be provided in this post and go over and check it out. That's it for now. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.